wealth disparity in this city in particular is extremely marked, where there have been barriers to basic educational services, health services, etc., due to lack of wealth. We're trying to make sure that these folks have just as much of a fighting chance.
There's a wonderful opportunity tying that technology work to folks who have traditionally been left out of not just the economic mainstream, but of the technology culture of building, making, and doing.
What IC Stars does is find IT talent. We're not recruiting from the places who would join normal tech boot camps. We are really training, educating, empowering change makers.
The need for growing Chicago's tech talent base is two things at once. Like, it's essential for Chicago to thrive as a city, as an economy, and it's at the same time, it's essential that we succeed in broadening access to these skills and these jobs to ensure that everyone in Chicago can participate in that growth.
Before starting IC Stars, I was in a really dark place. I was recently laid off, and I was forced to move in with my mother, with my children. I actually had to go ask my mom for money to buy my son diapers. What I learned from IC Stars was not only tech skills, it was also business leadership. So now my career path, I feel like I can go anywhere and do anything.
IC Stars is 20 years old, and our relationship with Microsoft is 20 years old as well.
Digital skills are essential to economic mobility. IC Stars, they remain, I think, at the leading edge of program models for how to ensure that diverse populations that have been traditionally excluded from technology thrive in technology careers.
IC Stars has an exponential impact. The average earning increase for IC Stars is 300% to 400%. And that's within 6 months.
It's been amazing watching my children see me succeed. I've wanted nothing more for them to have those positive examples growing up that I did not have. You know, trying my best and pushing through is the perfect example for them.
They're going to bring with them that fire and the knowledge that they are leaders and change makers, the knowledge that they are empowered to make a difference, and they're going to help transform the cultures of the workplaces that they enter. That provides me with so much optimism. They're going to be rock stars. They're going to do amazing things.
Hi, everyone. My name is Allison Knox, and I represent Microsoft Philanthropies, and I'm going to be talking today about our skilling opportunity available to everybody in the world. And I really appreciated the video clip that you just watched with Tiara, featured with IC Stars based in Chicago, because she was so honest about how she wanted to be empowered to achieve more. And that's really indicative of the Microsoft overall mission, which is for everybody and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And as you can see in this slide, we really want to make sure that that means that those who are disconnected, underserved, sometimes the most vulnerable in our communities also have that opportunity to gain the skills and knowledge and opportunities that they need to succeed in this global economy. And there's no question with our pandemic upon us that the need for these skills is even exponentially increased, and we need to do more together and faster. The health crisis upon us is also a huge worldwide economic crisis, and it's just put into place how so many jobs right now that are going away may not ever come back. And the new jobs will be demanding the digital skills that some people really are struggling not only to be trained for, but have access for that training. And so we want to make sure that everybody's returning to this global and hybrid economy, this more remote economy, with the skills that they need to achieve. And so this has really intensified our focus for employers and for nonprofits and for government agencies on making sure that there's this skilling opportunity which fulfills the huge skilling challenge upon us. So our goal that we launched corporate-wide is to help 25 million job seekers worldwide gain new skills for a more digital economy. And really at the center of this opportunity are the job seekers themselves. That is our target audience. So we've unlocked content from LinkedIn Learning and Microsoft Learn to make sure that anyone can access great courses that feed into in-demand jobs that are available now and only will continue to grow in the future. We've also unlocked opportunities to gain certifications and tools for employability skills. So all of this is fueled by our data insights gained from the LinkedIn economic graph. We're partnering with nonprofits and governments to bring this opportunity to as many as possible. And of course, I really appreciate the U.S. Chamber's commitment to making sure the employer community is doing what it can to help upskill and bring opportunities to as many people as possible. Our voice is critical as the employer community to stand together and say what we think is important for policy to make sure that everybody has this access. And so we want to make sure there's greater investment in individuals to gain the skills, to give employers incentives, to upskill current employees, and make sure that the data is used in innovative and real-time ways so that we're all shaping our public workforce system and our workforce opportunities, both in the public and the private sector, that are focused on the future and where we're all headed as a country. We know simply we just can't do this work alone, and we really appreciate partnerships at the state level, the county level, the local level, with regional chambers of commerce, with state chambers of commerce, with employers, the public sector, to make sure that, again, everybody has this access to the training. So what's this training look like? Here's the website address, the top left, and you can see what any job seeker will see. There's no barrier to entry. And you can go in and start learning right away. Some people are going to start with, how do I use my mouse? And other people are going to start with, I want to be a customer service manager. Another person might want to be a software engineer. All of those things are covered, but what we did is, again, we targeted it to the most in-demand, specifically roles that you see in the center for that particular training. Let's take a quick look at the foundational skills. We call this digital literacy, and it's really helping people collaborate and use content online, make sure that they can take an email and put it in a folder and communicate with loved ones. But think about all the different industries like retail and construction and how much more they're becoming smart buildings, or for retail using remote devices and having to move different inventory data figures on a remote device. Everybody needs this digital literacy training. And again, it's free and unlocked. And once you finish it, you get a certification of completion. Another, again, is the soft skills, more around how do I communicate in the modern workplace. We also have support for making sure people know how to design a great resume online. We also have content around great interview techniques, especially in this digital way of communicating and trying to compete for a job, when sometimes some people have never really interacted and tried to compete for jobs in a remote sense. So trying to, again, keep it real time. Where's the economy right now? And how to make sure that this can happen for any person trying to use this job content. Finally, the role-based learning paths, there are 10 of them. 3 of them in particular focus on technology jobs and pathways, including software developer, IT administrator, and data analyst. And the ways that you can help is just by getting involved, using the site, bringing it to your community, contacting Microsoft, making sure that we're working on these things together, and that there are those in your community who could even apply for a grant from Microsoft or other organizations to bring those wraparound services to the forefront. So thanks so much for having me. Here's the website address. There's my email address. Please reach out. And I wish you the best as we all pave this future together.